Les actually approached them at a gig and said, yo, do guys, you have a problem? So he approached them and said to them, listen, little niggas, do you have a problem? You know? And they were like, no, we don't. Do you guys have a problem? Like, no, but then why is this friction happening? And, you know, they got to chop it up from there. I wasn't there that day. So I've never hung out with, before that, I'd never hung out with Reese or Jody. Les had the luxury of hanging out with them sometimes. And then we found that all four of us share this love for battle rap, you know, and we really wanted it to be a situation where how Smack and them are doing it in America, we wanted to do it here. And it's no disrespect to the other leagues, but we felt like, yo, we could do it better. Get music and
wanted to act?
That's been my first love, actually. Yeah, it was always my first love. Music came as a side chick. Certain things happened that weren't supposed to happen, but we yet to have the conversation about it, him and I. Hopefully one day we'll do, but for now, it's whatever. So the whole thing is me in a tuxedo with no shoes, but unfortunately at the launch I had to wear shoes, it's winter. It's basically grounded opulence.
On a real note, Envy, are conversations better in a Benz?
Definitely, definitely.
What a life. Welcome to it, What a Life. We got Envy.
What's poppin', y'all?
Boo, 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 boo.
Boo, 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 boo.
So you guys didn't even give me an air horn, nothing? How, yeah, like, what's in post? Okay, cool, that's fine, that's cool.
You didn't get us a Benz or nothing.
What are you talking about,
never
man?
came with
You're
the
richer than
goodie
me.
bag.
What are
You
you
never came
talking
with the
about? This
goodie
guy's
bag.
richer than me. I don't know what he's talking about.
Everybody say that. Everybody must be broke then.
Envy, what does your name mean?
It's an English word. It means to verbally attack somebody. Yeah, so the proper spelling is with an I-N-V-E-I-G-H, but I removed the I and kept the N with an apostrophe, and that's how we kept it on, yeah.
Where did you find that name?
Fana, you know, back in high school.
Like battle rap.
Yeah, no, it was back in high school, ciphers at break time. You know, you had to find that intricate name in the dictionary because you had to have that name where everybody saying, it looks like you're scary, you know, digital, whatever, you know. And I found Envy and I was like, okay, cool, this is dope.
Slick.
Yeah,
I will never-
yeah, you know.
No, Phantom Slick is not a dictionary name. How do you feel about people criticizing dictionary names now? I just wanted to be clear. Mine is not a dictionary name. Let me when I go TV. Phantom is Slikour name.
No, but that's basically what my name means. But yeah, man, I mean, it was during that
Did
era
you ever
where-
think of changing your name where
Yo, man, I had like multiple nicknames back then, but I stuck with the Envy one because that's when I entered the competition, the knickknacks competition, and I won it, and that's the name that I went in with. I kept it ever since. So I had like multiple nicknames at that point in time.
what
And
was
it
what?
actually fits, you know, like usually if you're Phantom Slick and then you become famous, you can't be Phantom Slick anymore. You can't play around, but yours just,
It's
it
stuck,
works
yeah.
as it is.
It's not too complicated.
What were your other names though that like you had on the side, if you remember?
I'll tell you one of the most mathematics, because I had this obsession with method, man. And listen, let me explain to you, let me tell you, don't side. So I had this obsession, dog, with Method Man back when I was in high school. And I was thinking, damn, man, because literally I thought I was that nigga. You know, so I was like, okay, cool, how do I shorten a name for niggas to call me Meth? Mathematics. And that's how.
There was another mathematics actually in the vowel.
Well, they call it meth.
Or maths.
No, math.
There's a mathematics in the vowel. There was a mathematics in the vowel a long time ago.
Is it shit? Then we would have to battle for the name. And I'm sure I
And,
would
there's,
have whooped
and
him.
there was a mathematics that's in the Wu-Tang.
That produces, yeah, I know that. Yeah,
You saw that clip of Method Man and Redman, they were performing at,
Hot 97.
was it and then the crowd was just not necessarily feeling them, and then he was like, not my crowd at all.
I didn't see the clip, but I saw. I think it was one of the posts where he was complaining about it, that he shouldn't be performing at Summer Jam anymore, something like that. But I didn't see the actual footage.
Do you feel like that sometimes, as a guy who's been like, you've been in the game for such a long time?
Founding
do you ever
fathers of
perform at a show where
PTA.
you're like, this is not my crowd, man?
As a founding father of PTA, and that's very important to say.
I've not had that problem. I've not had that problem yet, where people can't identify. You know, it's. I think usually the people or events that I'm booked at, they'll always be like people who've served my demographic. You know, they'll always be there, and they'll be the ones schooling the little niggas to say, hey, this is whoever, you know? And from there on, I get the traction with the little niggas to say, oh, that's this guy who Slikour said is dope, so I'm following him because this guy said he's dope. So that's
and
how,
you're like one of
that's
the
how it works.
guys actually where you really do have like a young fan base. Like I go online and I'm like, shit, you know, and they too, I think that's so beautiful. And but if you listen to
Similar
like
to Drake.
your what? I don't know what that's about, but you listen to your project.
might
Don't listen to this guy. He's always doing this stuff. He's always doing this. Slick as a new year. Don't do that.
Thank you.
Thank you.
It's the middle of the year.
No,
nigga. Where you
I'm
from?
just saying. I'm just saying it's a different year. I was here with Peanut Butter and you were talking this nonsense. Control him. We'll get him fired on his own show.
Thank you.
Thank you. Let's talk, my dog.
The comments on the fire here.
in the project, like for me, it feels like I'm not sure if I would say you're making an effort to appeal to a younger generation, but it's like I'm like, this is a project I can play for someone who's 24, like, and they won't feel that. Oh shit.
There's a gap.
Yeah, I mean, I heard Lock Drum that took me by surprise in a good way. So is that like, what are you trying to do with this?
For me, music evolves, and I have to participate in the evolution of it, you know, and but at the same time give it my own spin. I'm cognizant of the fact that the log drum is what's knocking right now. That's what's getting the heads doing this, you know. So I have to sort of find a way to create music that's still in vein, but can speak to the new market right now. So I've always tried to. Not to say it's a deliberate attempt to appeal to them, but I'm always trying to like blend this and that and try to create something from there.
Speaking of appealing to the new market, you also have enlisted like upcoming artists on your project. You collaborated with somebody named Visionaire.
Yeah,
I know him
Visionary.
from TikTok. How did that come about?
He had sent me a DM on Insta, and well, he sent me a video of himself performing a song, and I was like, damn, this guy's dope. You know, let me try him out. And I sent him the song, and he sent it back within a day, and that's how October Grey was born, basically. And I was like, yo, this boy's very talented. And then I had the notion of, maybe if I put a couple of new guys in this thing, it'll be dope. Let me get new guys, new energy, because I've collaborated with Les, I've collaborated with P, I've collaborated with Mugs, collaborated with all these guys, but I've never done something with the new guys. And that's how I got a hold of K Tasso, that's how I got a hold of Ray Chill, that's how I got a hold of, well, J Claude has been in the mix, but yeah, he's one of the guys I also wanted to work with.
It was a new generation.
Yeah.
I mean, my thing is, and you talk about Black Les, I was also thinking about you as a human being, you know? And I asked myself, how the hell did you guys even become a group, right?
Yeah.
Correct me if I'm wrong. I think your personality is, you like laughing.
Yeah.
You're a jolly guy.
Yeah, very.
You're a
very
jolly
much so,
guy.
yeah.
You're a jolly guy. Les is an emo guy.
You could say that, but it's jolly. But I get what you're saying when
Jolly
you say
emo.
Yeah.
How did you guys even, what was the temperament just with you guys even in studio? You know, is it good cop, bad cop? Is that what's the connection? You know, I'm just, you know, and because you guys never continued, you know, I can almost assume that maybe even from a personality perspective, you know?
Not necessarily, Slick. I think one thing I liked about Les is how he approaches music. I've always found it so dope. So whenever we're in studio, just seeing him work is crazy, you know? Ideas that he comes up with, and I could resonate with them. So our relationship started off from that. Just me seeing him in studio, because I mean, he's been doing it for longer than I have, actually. Weird enough. I found him in the scene when I came in, you know. But I got to see how he works, and I enjoyed that. And we started making a lot of songs together, and that's how we did the whole Anvils thing immediately after Mike Beth left, which was seamless. The whole transition was fine.
So Blacklist replaced
Mike Beth, yeah.
how does that work? You know, like, wasn't he like? How did he take that to be like, nigga, you're gonna replace me and still have the same name?
Who? Mike Beth?
Yeah.
Initially, he was very livid, but I had to speak to him about the dynamics of this whole thing that we're creating. We've started a group called the Anvils that's getting traction. You wanted to leave. I can't now take the back seat or lose out on this thing that we've been building on. So we might as well carry on with this thing with a different member. But the flavor will also be different because Les and Mike Beth are two different MCs. So Mike Beth is a very smack mouth rapper. Les is more melodic, yeah. Les is more melodic. So that's why the direction of the music also kind of changed from then on.
Yeah, I could just see Les go. You could feel like because Anvils hasn't recorded, it's just going emo and going. I'm gonna little punchline some morning. Get some I want freedom. I know I'm saying that so Les can give me a call and
I
go,
know you will.
Yo,
He definitely will.
Yo, Slick.
Yeah.
Nah, don't be like that. Don't be like that.
Man, now that we're taking it back in Vey, how
Yeah.
did you get into rap? I'm very curious about that.
Because you're the kind of guy, when I think of a rapper who I've never heard, like, you know, some people you hear a rapper like, oh, he used to be whack, now he improved.
Yeah.
When I think of Envy, I just think dope rapper. It's like you've always been dope. Like, tell us about before you were dope.
I was bad, guys. It's just not documented. But I think just the whole practice of going to ciphers, the whole battling situation kind of improved who I am as an artist or as a rapper. And by luck, I started recording music when I had adapted to all those things. Making music initially was a tough thing because I was used to battling. So the music back then is what suffered the most. But having to adjust year in, year out, I started making better music, and that's how I got to being in Vey.
What is it about? And you know, I'm just really like punching at Les now, but I would leave you too, because I can imagine you guys having debates about titles of album names. You calling yourself peanut butter, this pizza with no pineapple.
No pineapples on my pizza.
No
Say it right,
pineapples.
say it right,
No
say it right.
pineapples on my pizza.
Yeah.
Conversations
I
in.
think pineapple belongs on pizza.
Sorry, Konje, what are we saying? Sorry.
But like, wait, I mean, I'm thinking, where do the names, the titles of your album, for me, I think are pretty fascinating, and they different. For me, the titles of your albums just say who you are.
Yeah.
You know, how do you come up with these?
To be honest, I literally freestyle most of these titles. Sit there and I just think about something. I don't want to like cover the album with a title that's just like, call it Sunshine or something. I need something that's going to get people talking like, okay, what does he mean? What is that? Why would he call it that? So that I can give you a proper explanation of how the album was created and what I was thinking of when I was creating the project. So, yeah.
So no, conversations are
Better in the Benz, yeah.
You tell us about the significance of the Benz. You actually like vintage cars.
I do. So
You actually like vintage things in general, because I saw I'm assuming,
Yeah.
because based on your cover art, there's the vinyl, there's
Yeah.
the car as well. So tell us about that.
And also, you also vintage in like the.
Does he need to be here, this guy? I'm asking you, does he need to be here? Does he?
Somebody to call him out.
Yeah, no, he knows. What the hell is this, guys? Anyway, conversations are better in the Benz. The reason why the album title is that is...
You should speak with the crackle, so you like a vinyl. I'll do the crackle.
Slick, leave me alone.
Keep saying that, I'll do the crackle sound.
Slick, leave me alone, bro. Look, we all revere a Benz as a premium car, I'd assume.
No, definitely.
Right?
Yeah.
And this is
100%.
something that we've all had ever since we were kids.
Yeah.
You know, if you attain a Benz, you looked like you know what you're doing.
Even though it was made by Nazis. Yeah.
It's fine. Just saying, Slick. A lot of things were made by Nazis. But anyway, I've always felt that as a youngin', it's tough for me to explain things. It was tough for me to have conversations with people because...
They were in Datsuns.
No, not that. Yeah, well, if you were to put it like that, you know what I mean? It's very tough to do that, and also to be accountable for certain things. I looked at a Benz I looked at myself as a Benz at this period of my life. I feel like now I'm a premium person. I can understand life better. I have better conversations with people. I'm accountable for things. So basically, it's just a metaphor for I'm a grown-up and I can speak better now. I'm good.
I think there was a part of your life when you were going through, the jolliness was taken away. I might have interacted with you once, twice, and I was like, ooh, stay away, you know?
We had the chat the last time, actually.
Yeah,
We
this
spoke
is-
about this.
Yeah.
No, I was going through a lot, man. I think I'd mentioned this when we did the previous interview with Peanut Butter. I'd lost somebody that I was dating. She had passed away, and then like in the same year, I had like 2 back-to-back car accidents. So I was just, there was a period in my life where I was just going through it, you know. But I eventually came out of it, and
How do you find your happiness? I mean, okay, we talked about that, but
Yeah.
how do you find your happiness eventually, you know, from such loss? I mean, you never...
you never forget, but you kind of learn how to deal with it better as days go, as years go, as months go. So I don't think I'm also totally over everything, but I think I'm in a better space right now. Just having loved ones around me, and just friends, people who understand me. So that's what's helping, literally.
Well, I mean, talking about that, do you still have a crush on Rory?
No, we good. That's my people's.
Sia's trifling.
No, but I'm serious. That's my people's.
I mean, he publicly said
I
it.
did,
you know
I
what
did,
mean?
I
So
did,
I
I
must
did.
publicly ask
No,
you.
I don't, not anymore. But we cool, we peoples. We see each other, we dap each other.
Or something.
Yeah? No, she friend zoned me. It's cool.
Like, angicabanga ukuthi, yeah,
Never put shit up the bar, but you must do it after the bar.
Speaking
Not,
about,
you know,
about
do,
women, and the Kabonina lap dance changed your life. How did that change your life?
I didn't say it changed my life. I said people said it did. It didn't. It was normal. Yeah, niggas are like, I speak to them, we shot my lap dance. Oh, chill, man. You know, it's nothing, man. But it was for a music video that she did. She had a song out, and she hit me up saying, yo, listen.
and you're a model.
Yeah, I had to play that role. So like, I do my thing, dog. And it's Kawanina, come on, you know? I mean, it's Kawanina, come on. Who wouldn't do it?
What's your type? What's your type of woman?
Short, big forehead.
That's very
I'm
specific.
kidding. No, I think the older now I am, I just think it's obviously aesthetics matter, but just think somebody that can make me laugh, man. Somebody I can actually kick it with proper. Personality actually takes preference right now, more than anything.
Before?
It used to be the aesthetics. So it was,
short, big forehead?
yeah, big forehead, light skinned.
What's with the forehead?
I don't know. I think girls with big foreheads are pretty, don't you think?
Think they got brain, they're gonna give me brain.
No, I just think they're pretty. I mean, have you seen a girl with a big forehead that's not pretty?
Yeah.
Who?
I don't remember her. I knew this is where it was going. Please. Atlanta's out of bounds.
Actually, Speed, is that a big forehead?
She got a forehead, though.
Yeah, you know.
I was like, yeah, you know.
Nah, man, that's when bad women were cool.
I've been meaning to ask you this question, bro.
Yeah.
Because I find him to be like an interesting person. Beat of it.
Okay.
You know, you really you rap, you put it out there that you don't fuck with him anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah, and can you tell us about the relationship before that? I mean, if you can tell us what happened also. I just find him fascinating as a guy.
You know, street code is you don't talk about beef, you know, that you have with somebody who used to be a brother of yours, you know. Street code is you don't talk, you know, street code says you don't speak about
But
that
maybe
kind of
tell us
stuff. But
about
for
before.
me,
Tell us about before.
no, we're good. We were good. I mean, I was signed under Roach Inc. He was my DJ. We did events, we did gigs together for years and years and years, and the relationship soured when I left, you know. Certain things happened that weren't supposed to happen, but we yet to have the conversation about it, him and I. Hopefully one day we'll do, but for now, it's whatever.
Speaking on Pretoria, Pretoria, I want to know.
You're pretty. You're like pretty.
No,
Pretty
because
Oreo.
how do you prefer to say it, Ebe? Do you say Pretoria or do you say Pretoria?
No, girl,
You can say Pretoria,
No,
you can
because
say Pretoria.
you know, when we talk about the rap, it's like rap yako Pretoria.
It's Pretoria,
You know what I mean?
yeah.
So yeah, so
But I'm just
exactly.
saying,
So
if
I'm
we
used to
pretend,
that.
It was Pretoria.
Exactly.
It was
Okay,
Cap
so I'm
City.
used
It's
to
Cap
that.
City.
Okay. No, I'm just
Warrior.
okay.
Slick,
So
stop it.
speaking of Pretoria, right? Rap in Pretoria. You and Reese and Jody and Les. Can you tell us about the RBA, the Rap Battle Association, and how that came together as you guys being from Pretoria all together?
So I've never hung out with, before that, I'd never hung out with Reese or Jody. Les had the luxury of hanging out with them sometimes. And then we found that all four of us share this love for battle rap, you know, and we really wanted it to be a situation where how Smack and them are doing it in America, we wanted to do it here. And it's no disrespect to the other leagues, but we felt like, yo, we could do it better. You know, we could invest in it. We could get these guys paid, you know, instead of niggas just coming through and battling and going home with nothing. Gathered our heads, spoke, had a lot of meetings about it, and we're like, okay, cool, guys, we're doing this, we're doing it. And that was just it, just a mutual love for battle rap.
Are there enough rappers today that actually want to battle?
There's a lot, Slick. It's actually, you'd be surprised, dog. We sent out an email for people to audition. Our emails are flooded, close to 200 emails with guys just asking to be on the platform to battle. So it's crazy. Yeah, look, obviously the screening process is difficult because you find those guys that sound elite and you'll find those guys that still sound like there could be some development there. But the mere fact that they are engaged, they tapped in like that is a plus for me, that niggas want to do this. So they can improve as time goes, you know. So we want to also start like a proven grounds league before they can get to the main battle. So that's something that's still
In the works.
in the works, yeah.
And how is the response in terms of audience? Niggas still give a fuck about battles?
Dude, they do. It's crazy. Like, I don't know if it's because it's not that much documented, but it's crazy. Even when we throw these events and people pull up, it's wild. People love this thing, and you'll be surprised. Ladies mainly pull up.
They go there.
Yeah, they'll pull up and they want to listen to the rap. So it's a thing. There's definitely a market for it.
You have any women sending emails wanting to partake?
I think we've had 2 or 3, but I think that's something that's missing, actually, like a lot of female battle rappers. But I mean, if you guys are out there and you want to be on the RBA platform, yeah, hit us up.
You know, I was listening to your album, just going back to it, Conversations in the Benz.
Yeah.
And I just felt that it is a collective of your consciousness from all your musical experiences, right? Yeah. Where from the, you know, I mean, because I'm also a bit like immersed in the music, I could feel and your voice works for it, I get it. I could feel the production of hip-hop samples, like more like the orchestra kind of vibes, you know, which is very much like pretty much Blueprint One, pretty much like Ross when he's doing his luxury rap, you know. It said, you know, you had that, and then you obviously go to the piano, and then you literally I felt like in the close to the end, you literally like just become very personal, you know, you give you. Was that also like the sound you were chasing? Because when you talk about the Mercedes is mature. You know, the Mercedes, meaning yourself, the Mercedes is mature. The Mercedes literally like has to be premium. So it was the idea to also kind of like go, I want the sound, I don't care what I do. Is it log drum? Is it hip hop? The sound must sound like it's premium. Is that like a thinking from a beat selection?
Yeah, it was intentional. It was definitely intentional. We recorded close to 29 records for this project, and we had to select 10 out of them. So we did select 10, but we eventually put out 8. We couldn't clear the 2 samples that we had for the remaining 2 tracks. But it was intentional. I wanted to show the growth as well that I've had musically, not just as a rapper, just as an artist, Jay. The difference between Peanut Butter and this. I wanted to show that space, that 5-year gap that I took, there's growth there. Yeah. And the reason why I love this project so much is because I could hear myself being more comfortable. Even when I record, I'm very comfortable. I know my tone, I know my voice now. I know how to approach music now, you know. With Peanut Butter, it was basically me rapping and just saying, "Nya rap our fit tonight, album." You know, with this, it was really intentional for me to make the album sound like what it sounds like today, grown-up raps. That's it.
And speaking of like the album being premium and grown up and like the intentionality behind the album, I want to speak about your rollout. You know, it felt intentional as well, like the white tux, the monochromatic thing.
Yeah.
Is that also because of the...
Definitely. So the whole thing is me in a tuxedo with no shoes. But unfortunately, at the launch, I had to wear shoes this winter. It's basically grounded opulence. You know, that's the whole thing. I think it's self-explanatory, guys.
Yeah. Why did it take you 5 years?
I wanted to, so the thing with me is I get bored easily. So I did Peanut Butter, promoted it, done. I wanted to do something else, not music. Took the journey of acting, did a couple of Mzansi Magic movies, and felt...
Mzansi bicycle.
Yeah, bicycle, basically. And yeah, did that, wanted to learn more about the acting space, wanted to learn more about directing, so I went in there to do that and felt, okay, fine. I've learned something from here, let me go back to music. So I play it like that. I never want to be focused just on making music.
Always wanted to act?
That's been my first love, actually. Yeah, it was always my first love. Music came as a side chick that I eventually...
How was the acting then? How did you find that space? Because I saw you on Tandanani.
Yeah.
Was that the only movie that you did?
No, we did Noma Yini, we did. There was another one called Chaklas we did. There's one we did, but it just hasn't come out yet. So it's four of them.
And how is it? How's the experience?
I'm now learning how difficult it is to be an actor. Sure. It's quite difficult. It looks easy when you see people doing it, but when you're in there, you have to be tapped in. You have to play. Yeah, exactly. Learn that role. Know what that person is. Study everything about that person and be that person. It was difficult because I was still the rapper in phase. So even the jargon sometimes would be an issue, you know, but I had to learn. This is how you approach a character. This is how you do this. This is how you do that. So, and peace to Omen, man, because he's the guy that actually helped me so much with this. Yeah. Omen the chef.
Omen the chef.
He's a producer, yeah.
Are you gonna be doing more acting?
Definitely.
Okay. Yeah.
Definitely. My love for acting has come back like immensely. You know, so...
Would you say also it's more lucrative than music?
Smoke stream.
I don't know. I don't know if I could say
is
that.
It maybe, it depends on the level, you know, obviously. Yeah. If you're doing a
Netflix thing,
yeah,
the budget is nice, you know. But everybody has to start off somewhere. So for me, this is my...
and it's the humility to start, that's the most important thing.
True. So,
and before we get into the music, being multifaceted, you spoke about acting, the music, you've also done wine, right? Can you tell us about that? Is that still happening?
We did the artistic edition of Moeng Winery with the peanut butter thing. So we're looking into bringing it back. It's just we had a couple of issues and stop there. We tried to open shop and whatever. But I think we're going to come back with that same concept probably next year or something. And bring back the wines.
That's dope.
Yeah. Did you drink the wine?
No.
You've never had it?
No.
Okay.
I don't drink, guys.
Oh,
no.
wow.
Are you serious?
Wow.
I'm not 28.
Yeah, so I was saying I like Summer 95,
Summer 95.
But I've always just wondered why 95? What happened in summer of 95?
Do you remember the Ntogozo song, All I Need? Loving up, baby. Yeah, so it came out around the time.
Yeah.
So this was just me being nostalgic, like having that nostalgic moment and taking it back to when I first heard that record, but giving you an interpolation of what it would sound like today. Yeah, so it was just a nostalgic decision.
But you guys, like PTA, I think people don't bring up, Cap City era when it comes to like the new age. I just sound, you guys but I never hear people bringing you guys up. There was a woman move over.
Motswako, there was Black Les with.
What do you make of that?
No, like I said, we get influenced by the times as well, you know, that we're moving with. So for me, that was such a dope exhibition of us because it just showed that we can do that. I've always been casted as a guy that just does punchlines and hardcore boom bap stuff. So I needed to show that I've got different influences. I mean, I grew up in the hood. I listened to Kwaito all my life most of the time. Yeah. So yeah, showing that just showed that we're good. We do know we can tap into different pockets, but it's not something that you want to do like forever. You know, you got to do something then and then and show, okay, I can do this and move on to something else. You know, change with the times as well. Yeah,
it's crazy. I mean, for me, you know, I like obviously we all know it's the punchline and it's the acting, but you've got all these things that are packaged and you tap into this acting passion that you say you've always had. Besides that, and then you went into the wine.
Yeah.
I mean, besides that, you know, I mean, what do you, when you look at Envy from the top of the mountain, you know, as in, and I say when I mean top of the mountain, I mean, if you had to look at yourself like in the valley, like this is what I eventually want to get to with my career or with life, what is that thing?
An eventual goal? Is that what you're asking me?
Yeah, because I'll tell you why. Because you know, we know that like no pineapples on my pizza was the day you bought a pizza and you realized you don't like the pineapple. We know that peanut butter because you did say you went through a dark time, so we good peanut butter every day there, you know. And we know what thing a Mercedes. So it's from Landelani, RTP, what's happening? Then
I'm very
all the time it moves up in the world, you know, like drop top RDP.
I don't know. I think for me it's just enjoying the journey. To be honest with you, and enjoying the journey and having different things that, because tomorrow I might like something different, the following day I might like something different, but all of it is a journey for me. I'm not fixated on that's where I want to be. You know, I want to enjoy this journey. I want to enjoy my life and not put so much pressure into what I need to attain. Right. But I'm going to still work as hard as I need to sort of live comfortably.
Right.
Yeah.
That's bro. Like, you know, it takes a lot to look at life that way.
But today, you know, as like I say, founding father of PTA's underground hip hop scene, in my view, as far as we know, how important is making music still like to you than it was like when you started? Like how many years ago it was?
I mean, I started in 2007.
How important, that's not that long ago. How important is it to actually still make music and still getting this? How important is that for you?
I love it. It's therapeutic for me. It's like, just
I
putting out
mean, you
music.
drop every 5 years. Doesn't feel like you love it.
No, I do love it. It's just, I focus on other things. My life is not just rap. You know, I happen to own a pizza shop with my dad as well. That's something that needs my attention. You know what I mean? I've got love for acting. I've got love for different things.
Where's your father's pizza shop?
It's in Attridgeville.
Pizza shop in.
No, it's like a little thing that we're doing. It's cool. You know?
And chicken. Peli chicken ya movie pizza.
Anyway.
Who's your client base?
Trust me, we good. No, it's in the hood. And people love it, man.
What is it called?
Mr. Pizza.
Yeah. Is that a franchise?
No, it's not a franchise.
It's a family business.
Nigga, why didn't you come with some pizzas for us today?
Because right now we stopped production because we're trying to renovate and find. No, we're trying to renovate. We're trying to like create it. We're trying to make it a bigger thing right now. So we just stopped production, but we should be starting again soon.
Do you do catering? Do you do like catering for? Can I call you up and say, yo, can you come with some pizzas for us? We're having a party. Could you do?
Oh, definitely, we could.
Yeah,
definitely.
That's dope.
Yeah,
okay, that's dope. Let's get it out there,
do
the punt, yo.
No, we'll do it. I'll give you all the full details once everything has been finished. Renovations are done and all is good.
Now you don't need a whole store.
No, right now we're not operational right now, guys. So we closed shop for now. Yeah, Mr. Pizza. It's in Attridgeville. 1 Matley Street. You know what it is, man.
So how do you and your...
protection fee to 25K and
Pardon? I'm sure they've copped the stuff there at the crib. Maybe they pulled up. I don't know. You know.
But how do you do that? How do you start a pizza shop with your father?
He started it.
Oh,
So
your father's pretty progressive.
yeah, he's tapped in business wise. So we're learning from him, me and my little brothers and stuff. So that's basically our legacy at some point, you know. So learning more about the business is I think it will be lucrative for us.
So the other day you were like, really dope pizza, but why the pineapple?
I've never liked Hawaiian pizza.
I love what you're saying though. I cannot mix like hot food and chicken with the fruit. That don't make sense to me.
I honestly feel like it's fine.
What?
What
No
do
way.
you?
No, I love pineapple and pizza.
But you know what I can say? It's people who don't really know what they want, like
What?
who want to eat like
So we're getting
chicken
insulted
hot
for like...
and beef.
You should, actually, rightfully so.
It's like if you know what you want with namhlanje, ngiyodla ibanana. Not ibanana, nenyama, nesopo, ngihlanganise. That means you are as good
Guys,
as
I would say
I
I get what she's saying, but it doesn't taste as bad. Have you tasted it actually? Or
Yes,
you
I
just
have.
look at the
Or is it the thought of it that's turning you off?
It was actually crazy because I think 2 weeks ago it was my son's birthday. So he asked me for pizza that had pineapples on it. And I was like, yo, man, this nigga, man, I'm gonna kick this nigga's ass, you know. But he enjoyed it and I couldn't understand. He was like, yo, Dad, but taste this. I don't want to taste it.
I think because already had a preconceived thing where
No,
you're
I
like,
don't.
No.
Because
I've tasted it.
when I taste like something that's got salt and it's meat, you got the ham, and then something sweet, it don't work.
Exactly, guys.
I mean, but we just
So it's
spoke
like-
about the
But
duo.
it's
We had
282,
Les
guys.
and we had, and it
I'm gonna ask
worked.
something. Do you guys
So
put
he was
sugar
the
in your
pine. So
masa?
I don't.
Do you think it's disgusting?
Aki just said that.
I think it is.
You said you put sugar in your what?
I'm asking, do you put sugar in your amasi?
I don't. I do think it's disgusting.
But Aki just asked a very important question. He said that so like pineapple. So basically like you were the pineapple and Les was
No,
basically
I
the ham.
didn't. No, I didn't
Why
say
are you
that.
guys
We
saying that me
spoke
and Les
about-
are not-
No, I didn't say that. I basically said that.
That's my brother, man. What are you
No,
guys talking about?
Sia spoke about the opposites thing, right? And how sweet sour, when we're talking about the
Oh, yeah,
pizza,
yeah,
we
yeah,
can't
yeah,
put
yeah.
that together. And then earlier he spoke about Les being more hard and you being more
Emo. Emo and more jolly.
Yeah, and it was a great
Emoji.
collab with, yeah.
So who is the
group.
pineapple and who is
There's no
the
pineapple.
the
But you did
base?
explain, guys, that Les is not necessarily how you guys think it is.
No,
I think maybe you guys
What?
have experienced it. Slick, listen to me.
I know Les is my guy.
I know,
He's
but you haven't
Les is-
experienced him.
Les is
You've
gonna call
experienced
me
him. Hear
first.
me out,
and
hear me
he's-
out.
I've
Hear me out.
experienced him.
You've experienced him. You've experienced him in that space. I've experienced Les in different spaces.
I've experienced Les in. I'm not saying that he's always emo.
Yeah.
I'm saying that like.
that's his go-to
I'm
thing.
saying that. I'm saying the traits.
Okay.
Your traits are literally like I say. You like a happy guy.
Yeah.
You like a joke. You've gone through stuff that literally, everyone goes through stuff.
Yeah.
That's why for me, I never liked you when you were going through your stuff.
'cause you knew the person that
I
I
know
am.
the person you are. You know what I mean? So it's almost like with Les could be like that to me, but I won't dislike him
Yeah.
because I know that's his trait. So if Les calls me up one day and his mood is going, yo, you know,
No, let's just say, I don't know if emo is the word. Let's just say confrontational.
yeah, confrontational.
Yeah, let's say he's
But it's
confrontational.
confrontational because he's emotional about something.
I think emo is Peter. That's a guy.
He's not emo
No,
at all.
Emo's not
You
Peter.
don't trust me.
Emo
the
thinks
music, trust me.
Emo
the,
thinks
the
it's
music.
Lucy Tembagwayo. When the mic is off, he's like motivating. Yo, we go do. We go. I'm like,
He's probably one of the most funniest
I
people
listen
ever.
to like a soaked in bleach song. Surely that comes from.
no, you're talking about songs. I'm
I
talking
think,
about
yeah,
the human,
the artistry,
human.
the human being and the art.
The human
art,
being, the two things.
Two different things.
Yeah. No,
different
if you
things.
meet P. Dot here, he's the brightest guy. He's gonna come in and go, yo, what's up? He's gonna be like, if there could be an earthquake, he's gonna try and make it sound like you know when the earth shakes, you know it's just you just need to shake with it and you won't feel it. Like, literally, the world could be cracked. That's P. Dot.
You know,
Maybe
Pete.
it's because it deals with it in the music.
Yeah.
So maybe it's because it deals with it.
No, definitely, yeah,
It's
you're
like,
right.
It's like
You're right.
he's like a guy who does therapy. You know, niggas who do therapy, they usually do therapy?
P, man. He's actually low-key a nerd.
I think P Dot.
Yeah, low-key a nerd.
He's a.
Low-key a nerd.
He's definitely.
I don't know P Dot. I thought. Yeah, I really don't know P Dot.
But he's funny. He's really a funny guy. He's really a funny
Yeah,
guy.
no,
His vibe is
so
very bright.
you are jolly in the sense that like you are able to find the light in things.
Yeah.
Right. P Dot literally like creates the light in things. Right. Les literally like is like he questions the light. Not that he's dark. Like you could bring in. He questions the light and he confronts. So like for Les to, you almost have to go through a conversation,
with Les
debate
to sell
for
him on
Les to
something.
for him to kind of go,
Yeah.
okay, there's the light.
Yeah,
there.
okay.
Do you know
that's
what I
cool.
mean?
I can agree with that. I can
This
agree
is
with that.
Steve Biko, bro.
Yeah, I can agree with that. To get Les to agree to something, you have to talk.
The problem is that thing.
Steve Biko was like that.
Oh, no, but like
I
Steve,
read the book,
I mean,
never met him.
look, Steve Biko was like that in the 70s because it was required. But the world changed, and Les still took Steve Biko's personality in a world that's changed.
It's not changed that much.
It's
So what
not
are you
as
saying?
bad
Are you
as
saying that the
Biko.
Steve Biko thing persona is irrelevant now? Is that what you're saying?
No.
There's
I'm
so
saying,
much
I'm
shit.
saying.
Yeah, I'm trying to-
I'm not saying that. I'm saying what I'm saying is that the personality. You know, when you want to break things up. And by the way, when I met Les, he was a journalist by default. So that's why he questions a lot of things. That's why his mind is always like, yeah, but I want to find. This is how I want to find out. So he's always like inquiring. That's who he is. He cannot just like, it's just what it is, bro. You know what I mean? And part of his reasons for inquiring are linked to he's emotional about things. He loves things in a certain way that makes him act like. Doesn't mean that you love things less. You
Yeah.
could be lighter. Doesn't mean that P Dot wants everybody to be like in a good space because that's what he loves also. You understand? It's just different things, different people.
Yeah. But I guess you guys are like an interesting bunch of guys, basically.
Yeah.
It's hard to navigate
the friendship is grown. Well, it's grown above it being just artists hanging out. It's brotherhood. It's friends. Friends before the music now. Yeah.
Like that, yeah.
So now we brothers before the music. You know.
So the name Cap City, it kind of like seemed like it hasn't aged well with the new slang, like Cap City. You guys still use Cap City?
You
Yeah,
can't.
definitely. It's a what? Man, forget your little jargon, new little jargon, cap, whatever. Forget that. Capital city, Cap City. That's what it is. It will never change. If you want to say Pretoria, cool, but it's still Cap City. Not because how you guys see it as lies.
I watched a documentary called The Capacity of
Cap City. Oh, you watched that?
And Black Les was like, we used to hate it when guys like do me called it P. What is it? What
P-Town.
Yeah,
That was
P-Town.
yeah, like imagine that doesn't sound right.
Actually, that P-Town.
It's terrible.
Like literally has to have a sign of a woman and a female.
Niggas
No.
peeing in Joburg.
Yeah.
It's just
That's something you would say, right?
No, I was gonna say
Yeah,
you're
you would
getting
definitely say
literally
that.
like the board has got a sign of a female and a male. Welcome to P-Town. Literally,
That was
like,
terrible. So I mean, the Cap City thing fits better.
Yeah.
Yeah, Cap City fix. I've been calling it P-Town.
But you niggas, they don't necessarily call it Cap City.
Yeah, they just say Pretoria because of the
The
slang.
slang.
Yeah.
I need these.
Slang.
I'm gonna put these niggas from Brooklyn.
Yeah, they talk about
yeah,
like Chi-Town.
Yeah. That was us, man. But Lentwana Les, they tapped in with the locals right now.
And
so.
it seems like the inspiration is like bi-directional because you guys, I mean, you are also like, now whenever I listen to even your Black Les, I'm like, you can tell there's a guy from
Pretoria.
PTA. Yeah.
Nah,
You
but-
say you took that from the new niggas?
I think they've made us become comfortable with doing it.
Yeah.
It's not to say that we didn't do it. We did it, but we weren't as intentional as they are. They've made it comfortable for us to be like, okay, sure, for us that. So that's basically what it is, man.
I mean, you guys came at a time where they were told that like the only songs that work are Zulu songs, and then
True.
and the only person that was maybe speaking Tswana literally was doing music that was far from what you were doing, which was either double HP or
the Murafe niggas, yeah.
You know
But
what I
in
mean?
the documentary, that's what they were saying. They also got told that, I mean, you heard Kuli was like, they tried to make like a Zulu song.
It was tough at that point. You couldn't
I
just.
love it when these Sotho cats try to speak Zulu. I laugh because it's like me when I'm speaking Sotho. I'm like, "Othini lona?" Yabheda lo mSotho lona. Because that's me when I'm speaking Sotho. So it's always nice. I'm like, these niggas is so crazy. They think they go rap Zulu. I ain't trying to go Nakia rapa ke shapa liga. I'm like, fuck, I know myself that I ain't trying to rap in Sotho or any language nigga because I'm a sound shit, right? Yeah. So when y'all niggas do that, I say, hey, me niggas so funny. That's not even a Zulu word. And you do
My
that.
Zulu's not bad, Slick.
No, you rap. No, there's a
My
song.
Zulu.
There's a song. You know what it is.
My Zulu's good. Yeah, well, there's a long story with that surname.
Dubes go up
There's
to
a long-
Zimbabwe, so like Dubes is not just Zulu.
I'll tell you off AY that there's a situation with that surname, but anyway.
Yeah, he's changing it. He's actually Mukhachasas. So
Wait, I'm interested to know, right?
I know he's changing his surname.
Spitori, right? I'm interested to know, like, is it this?
Okay, carry on.
Let's go.
Do you speak?
I don't know why he wants
do you
to do
speak?
it offline.
Do you speak Spitori?
I do.
And is it like? I've always wondered like how it, because the whole people from Pretoria, like Babang Spitori, like is it popular in a certain place, an area in Pretoria, or is it like?
The dialect is the same. Soshanguve, Mabopane, Mamelodi, Atteridgeville, it's the same. And that's what people speak the most there, When I'm there, I speak that.
Your niggas are always there, say.
It's so interesting.
Yeah, no way to Tlagansadilo, me brag, Mengel. I'm first time. So I'm gonna teach you that. I'm gonna teach you that. Yeah, we do Luli Tagano, when you Tagano, we must go for
So that means?
That means everything is
things
cool.
have come
on the
together.
stove and
Everything is fire. Everything is good. Everything is nice.
I just cut stove, nigga, stove for me.
But it's like Sotho.
sitting with
It's
the
Sotho
stove
and some
home.
slang,
It's all
isn't
different.
it?
Yeah, it is Sotho, Afrikaans. It's basically Tsotsital. It's just. Yeah, that's
because
just
Pretoria was
translated differently in Pretoria.
Yeah, because Pretoria was oppressed by Buddhists, so that's why you guys are.
So that's why Motswako kind of like found a second home in Pretoria.
Yeah, because us and Mufftown well, the dialect is different, but it's not far off from each other. Yeah, so they could resonate with some of the things that we say because they speak that stuff as well, that side.
It's like Xhosa and Zulu. I just said that not knowing if it's right or wrong.
That's why I skewed my face quickly. I was in a minute, like, yo, hold on.
That wasn't a researched insight.
So, when Motswako was like starting out, not even starting out, bro, like when about JR and Cooley and them were in PTA, where were you niggas and what were you thinking of
They were
this?
dissing.
It was, no, not even. I didn't know JR for, even when he started.
No, but Jer started later.
Yeah,
You guys were already
JR,
hella in.
yeah, we were in. But Cooley, I don't know if Cooley was in Pretoria then.
I don't know,
not
but
sure.
he talks a lot about...
I'm not sure if he was in Pretoria. The person I knew had some background with Pretoria was Jabba, because I think he went to St. Albans.
Jabba,
he went to St.
Jabba
Albans.
definitely.
Yeah. So I knew Jabba from, not from that era, but I knew he had a bit of history with Pretoria because of the school that he went to. But the other guys, nah. But Todi, I know Todi also moved to Pretoria at some point. Yeah, I don't know about most of them. Really, I don't know.
Even to this day, even McLaren, he will tell you PTA is my second home.
Yeah, I think it's because also he's hanging out with the boys there as well. He's these peoples with 25K in them. So
Let me ask, we never knew how gangster Pretoria or some of the hoods were before, obviously, the new kids kind of put us on game, because you don't know a hood until you know it, right? Do you think that also you guys, in what you were doing, you were missing those stories of actually really reflecting, forget language, reflecting the realities in those spaces? Yeah.
True. I think we were just focused on sounding dope, to be honest with you. We weren't really fixated on telling stories about what's happening in Pretoria. For us, it was like, yo, we need to sound dope, we need to be accepted that we sound dope, Hence I'm saying that these kids right now, they did something crazy. They telling stories about what's happening there in Pretoria. So you don't need to be in Pretoria to know what it is. You can hear them talk it, and they literally paint you. It's a vivid imagery just from the lyrics, and it's beautiful to see for me, man.
Yeah. That's crazy. I mean, they have really laid the narrative, and it's. I think we also in a world where it's just so much easier to be yourself, because
you can find your own niche.
and I think, you know, for us, we underestimated the power of trying to be like everyone else. Because if you had to see Jay-Z, like, and you only saw him on TV and a magazine, you underestimate the power of being them. So you think you can be it. But then what social media has done, it literally like shows you how hard it is not to be yourself. So like if like you see the Jay-Z life and they're having all the things that they're having with their dinners, and then or Future showing a bunch and they now like breaking their lives in like little detail, and you go, that's not my life.
Yeah.
So it's so much easier for you to see that's not who your life is, that's not what your community is, that's not your reality. So don't I have a place? Then you go, wait, I have this whole place.
But I think all of this Slick for us started, the whole thing of not identifying with Pretoria like that, the stories then was in the inception stages of our rap career. But I think as years went, you know, we depicted Pretoria, but in English. It was not done with the native language there. I mean, you listen to records like Freedom of Fame that Les did, you know. It's Pretoria, you know. Yeah, that's Pretoria. There's songs that P has done as well that speak about what's going on there. It's just we haven't put it out in the same dialect. It's been mainly English because those were our influences, you know.
P Dot's not even from PTA.
But he literally grew up that side, man. You know, like, I mean, he's been there probably for more years than he's been in the Eastern Cape now.
Yeah, that nigga trying to be like Tupac.
So it's fine. I mean, he can claim both cities,
like
man.
Pac,
it's all good. He can claim Bunubi, East London.
I'm not
that nigga claiming, you see that nigga claiming a coast when he actually from a coast.
What? Oh, wow. Is this where we end the interview?
But you do know a lot of people that are from Pretoria, most of them aren't from Pretoria.
Yeah. But you know, a lot of people from Joburg aren't from Joburg. Yeah, you know, so it's we all like migrant kids of like migrant labors because of politics. If that's so, you know, all that shit is just like us acting like actually we are Joburg, we not.
Yeah.
But what PTA has that I would say other cities do not have, for me, it's like it doesn't seem like there's like a lot of, if any, like friction between like the eras, you know, like you go to Cape Town.
There was.
Okay.
I'll keep it a bean with you, there was.
Yeah.
You know, I'll tell you a crazy story. So for a long time, we weren't getting along with some of the guys that I knew. So the Benchmark boys and Les basically are the bridge between what's happening now with the elders and the juniors. Yeah. Les actually approached them at a gig and said, yo, you guys, you have a problem.
I remember Les.
So he approached them and said to them, listen, little niggas, do you have a problem? You know? And they were like, no, we don't. Do you guys have a problem? Like, no, but then why is this friction happening? And, you know, they got to chop it up from there. I wasn't there that day. They got to chop it up from there. And that is when everything started building up proper.
That's beautiful.
Yeah, that day.
This is important.
I think him and J. Jody and TK, actually having that conversation kind of opened doors for...
Because for me, it was like,
for a lot of things.
I heard J. Jody being like, what, since the Anvils, what, biggest thing in the city. I was like, you hardly ever hear that in other
cities.
Like,
them paying homage to.
It's really, really rare. Sometimes you're like, bro, your style, I can trace.
Dog, you so tapped in, man. You so tapped in, bro.
From these niggas. But you're just pretending like these niggas never existed. And even like the old niggas, they're like, the way these new guys are doing it, I'm like, you niggas, this is such a, you're losing an opportunity here. And for me, that's why this is so important to me.
True,
that
true. But I mean, now I think it's there, man. It's there. There's still like a little cliquey thing going on, but it's
yeah.
But you know what it is?
We can get like you on a joint with Jay Jody, it's not even an
it's not
event
difficult anymore.
It's
Yeah,
like,
it's not difficult anymore. It's easy, man. I mean, I like most of these guys that are coming out of the city. I'd like to collaborate with a lot of them. Yeah.
I mean, I guess the biggest thing about what Les has done, shout out to you, Les, is basically he's taken down the walls, right? And right now, when you are and you create a clique, you're on your own now.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You are literally creating a wall. But these two worlds have literally said, meaning like, and if you think about it, Les is an OG. Like Jay, Jody, and TK, they're OGs also.
But they more, they got that, they're closer to that side of things.
And then there's another generation of young G's also, who are also approaching OG status also. So it's almost like, like there's gonna be a time where Jay Jody has to reach to one of these other kids and say, do you have a problem with that?
True. Could be a cycle.
Yeah. So I mean, I don't think it stops with you guys, but like, we must be very frank. Jay Jody is also an OG. For his generation,
okay, yeah,
you know what I mean?
I just wanted us to clear that out.
I mean, if he's Reese's big brother,
yeah.
But
he's a blend. He's a blend.
No. But here's another thing. Benchmark for me was Benchmark before there was like Reese was out there, but like Benchmark literally came immediately after you guys.
Yeah.
You understand?
Yeah.
So now Reese was always there because Reese has always been working. But if you literally say 25K, Tato Soul, those guys came like a few years later after like Benchmark. You know what I mean? So that automatically makes like Jay Jody, and TK OGs.
I don't know, Slick. I don't. For me, I don't see it like that. I see them as middle ground, like between the two eras, basically.
Yeah, but like
I don't know if OG is a thing.
But remember, OG, you a double OG. Right.
Now you're putting double.
You're double OG.
Then you triple OG.
Yeah, I could be quadruple OG. I could easily be quadruple OG.
I think we're throwing this OG term.
No. Okay. I think Nasty is an OG for about Tony, Daimani,
and that was Mama.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
so if Nasty is an OG for them, Benchmark has to be an OG for Tato Soul and them.
Yeah, like I.
Yeah, it's just I won't view them as that.
Yeah,
that's
because
what
you.
I'm saying. But I'm saying, okay, I get your metric.
And look, me and Jay Jody, literally, we had a little thing, as a side note.
What little thing?
We had a little misunderstanding.
That could mean a lot.
No, we had a little misunderstanding, a little text misunderstanding. But when we saw each other, that's the first thing that like.
But I think you guys took a very mature approach about it. A lot of people wouldn't even tap in like that.
But we have to tap in,
A lot of people, but I know a lot of people wouldn't tap in like that. I've seen people not speak to each other for years.
That's what it is.
Hey man, you've grown, man.
What the fuck? I'm being grown.
You're a Benz now. I see you're
I ain't a Benz, nigga. I'm a G-Vibe, my nigga. These are conversations in a G-Vibe.
On a real note, Anvils, are conversations better in a Benz?
Definitely. Definitely.
Especially, I think.
Shout out to the Benz.
I think conversations.
Do you think you don't trust that?
in vintage cars.
No, I believe that. I mean, any conversation in a
No,
luxury
specifically
car.
in a Benz.
Not a fan as much.
There are cars that you can drive every day to work, and you can do this and do that with it. And there's a car that you can just drive on a Saturday or a Sunday and just chill.
I know USB port.
You just chill. It doesn't matter, dog. We can look. What are you talking about? What are you guys talking about? You can literally do that. But our thing is, I'm a tape for it. I'm a Bluetooth. You can install that in one of those cars. Listen to music.
So that's my
And a
issue
Cadillac.
with
Like you can try if whatever
Yep.
suits your vibe. You can try edit that car to that.
All I can do, I can get a car with an old ass body, but it better be modern inside.
You guys.
I'm just saying.
You see, that's what I'm saying. It's
Don't you
important
miss
to
Wooden
collect
Dash?
stuff.
I don't
You don't miss that shit?
No, that shit.
I
That
think
smell,
vintage cars are
that smell of that leather.
No, my God. Yo, big up my homeboy Anvils.
Guys, thank you so much for having me here, man. I miss pulling up here.
Our life.
Yeah, it's been 5 years, but I'm back. I'm here.
Let's go. Let's go.
Please go get it, guys. Stream it, run up the numbers, do whatever it is that you need to do. Videos are coming out, everything.
Mr. Pizza coming too.
Yeah, we're gonna plug y'all. Keep tapping into my social medias. I'm gonna plug you. Got you.
Broadcast live